Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Sophie and I'm doing the 100 Day Today. I want to do something with napkins. I think this is a very nice way to dress up your journals. You can make lots of different ephemera with them, and it's something that we usually learn in the beginning of junk journaling and then we leave on the side. And there's no good reason for that. So let's try to use them, keep them in our stash, and make some more. So I've made a selection of the ones that I sort of like best or have never used, like this one. I'm not going to use whole napkins every time now. I'm just going to select the part that I want. I need to open it first. There we go. It is a very, very nice one, and I could use lots of different parts of it, but I think that today I'm just going to focus on this side and maybe just even that piece. So what you need to do, if you can, it's going to be a very small part because of the things on the side, but just let's try to do it. So first thing you need to do is peel off, and I'm not going to be able to do it. You need to peel off your napkins. So you have 1 or 2 layers of paper before the one that we want to use. So let's get one out. You can always use these to do what we are going to do with the napkins. It gives you something with texture. So don't necessarily throw them away. You can always use them, because this is a junk journal. So junk is more than welcome. So let's see if I can manage to get my piece without ripping it out. Sometimes I do leave one layer beneath my the piece that I want to use, just because you will see it will come rather transparent. So if you want your motif to strike a bit more, then just keep one of the white layers down. I'm going to grab my scissors and I'm just going to I'm going to do what am I going to do? I'm going to take these, I'm going to cut it in two like this. I'm going to remove the part that I don't like, the part that has some sort of texture. Here, the little holes that keep every layers together. So again, my great cutting skills. So I need to take out this bit. We'll see what's left of it, because obviously you have one at the bottom as well. What I'll do, I'll leave it and then I'll cut what I can afterwards once I've processed it. So these I'm going to keep. Then I have this one. This one I've used quite a lot already. You don't need to have 100 different napkins. You can always just buy a pack, share with other crafters, and that way you don't need to buy more and more. Sorry, I bumped into the camera. More and more napkins, because by the time you use a whole pack, your junk journaling days will be over. Come on, come with me, little layer. So this is the most tedious, I find, at least, part. It's just ripping the layers out. There we go. And I'm also going to cut it in two. And maybe even in 4, because I don't want to use the whole of the napkin. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the rest of my napkins. And once I've done, we'll start working with. Now I placed a baking sheet over my mat, you can use all sorts of things. You can use like a plastic bag, but then you can use only the inside. You need to fold it with the outside on your mat. Otherwise, it will stick to it and it will never come off. So what I do is place my piece of napkin somewhere on my sheet. Just checking. Of course I'm out of frame because then that wouldn't be fun. So let me place it here. Now, in terms of medium that you can use any PVA glue that you can make thinner with water, or you can use the medium that I'm using, which is it's sort of a Mod Podge, and I'm not diluting it. I'm just leaving it as is. I have a big brush, but as you can see, I've never used. I always use small brushes. But I wonder whether that wouldn't be a good idea. Ta-da! Here we are. So the process is really, really simple. You just put glue over your napkin. The only thing that you need to be careful about is that napkins are obviously very fragile. Oh, I've taken a brush that doesn't fit. This can only happen to me, right? God. Okay, so no big brush for Sophie. Well, I guess I need to take another one. Bear with me. So I guess we have a small brush. Not to worry. So what you want to do is delicately put Mod Podge on your napkin. Okay, this is one technique. The other one, which I might do afterwards, is to put Mod Podge beneath your napkin. Yes, Buffy, I do hear you, but I'm busy, as you can see. I actually don't remember if I've ever tried not putting Mod Podge underneath. We'll see if it works, okay? That's the beauty of filming in the morning when you're not completely awake, because I'm not, to be honest. I had a weird night. I have weird dreams at the moment. A lot of things from the past coming back, and they're not necessarily the good parts. So there we are. So be careful when you apply Mod Podge, whether you have placed some beneath or not. Your paper is now very, very fragile, and you can tear it, which is not necessarily a disaster. You shouldn't stop because you've teared your paper, your napkin paper. You can always save some, or even the whole of it. Doesn't matter if it has a hole, does it? Now, is my baking paper really good solution? We'll see when it dries. We'll see when it dries. Again, this is an experiment, but I don't see why it wouldn't work. So you can decide to put one coat. You could put 2 coats. Just need to wait until it's dry. See how fragile your paper is? If I go over this a bit more, it will tear. Okay. So we're going to take another piece of napkin, and we're going to put, this time, some Mod Podge beneath. Okay, let's try. We'll see if it's a catastrophe after all. What I do normally is I use book pages beneath my napkins. Hence my probably not being good, or haven't thought through this sticking issue. We'll see. We shall see. What happens when you put glue on non-sticky paper? Well, we're going to find out. So I'm just going to the bottom of my sheet. I'm going to place my napkin. It goes as it will. I'm not going to be fussy about it. I'm not fussy about much, am I? Buffy wants attention. She can do this for hours. Meow, meow. She talks. She's a talking cat. She's not happy because my daughter closed her door. That means no Buffy inside. It makes wrinkles, all the better. Okay. We're going to let this dry and pray. So I'm going to take this to dry, and I'm going to take book pages. I just took 2 book pages. I'm going to put some Mod Podge on my book pages. You don't need a thick layer, just a reasonable layer is enough. And the glue is going to seep through the napkin anyway, so if there are places where there are not enough Mod Podge, it doesn't really matter. Now, because of the way I'm sitting, I can't see where I did put glue or not, so we'll see. I'm just positioning my napkin. I like this better because I think it brings the colors more out, and I like seeing the book page beneath. And then it's a bit sturdier as well. It's easier to cut. You can punch it. You can do all sorts of things, which we're going to do once they will be dried. Will be dry. Okay, I'm at the bottom. So just making sure there's glue everywhere and there are no little bubbles like here. Be careful. Don't brush it too hard, otherwise you'll just destroy the napkin. So just make sure there is glue where you want. Delicate brush strokes. I have a bubble here that I don't want. There will always be something you've missed. That's okay. Not to worry. Oh, Buffy, elle veut pas. Okay. So that one is almost done. We can put it on the side so that it dries. And you're done. Okay. Let's make another one. The birdies. What have I done with the birdies? I think I left them together because there is a part of the birdies that I want. I want this part, the middle part. So I am going to maybe do this so that we can use some of the rest of the napkin. So, Mod Podge. This dries very, very quickly, this vernicole, for the French people. And that's one of the reasons why I like it very much. Oh, Buffy, stop crying. Yeah, she can do this all day long, meow, meow, meow. And then you think she wants you to hold her. No, she doesn't. You think she wants to be pet. No, she doesn't. You think she's hungry. No, she's not. Nothing ever seems to satisfy her. She's just a needy, whiny cat. And we love her. Sometimes more than others. Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes you wish she had the snooze button. But she doesn't. So this particular napkin has little holes everywhere, like the ones you see on the other ones on the side. Well, this one has them everywhere, on the whole of the napkin. Probably makes it sturdier. It's a bit of a shame because you do see them quite a lot afterwards. But at least it gives it another sort of texture. Oop-a-da. Butter hands. We say when they stop doing what you want and drop what you had in your hand. The mother of one of my boyfriends, yeah, one of my many boyfriends, used to say it very often, the main de beurre, butter hands. So hopefully I've not missed a spot. So I'm just trying to get over once more where I think I might have. Okay. One more to try. I'm going to run out of places where to put them to dry. But that's quite okay. I want another piece of paper, another sort of piece of paper. Ooh, what are you doing here? Okay. Let's here. Let's cover our page. So I'll do this with you, and then I'll do the rest off camera, because I need to do something about the length of my videos. They're too long, and I know a lot of you don't have time to watch videos that long. So I need to start trying to make them shorter. Come on now. Okay. This one I've left. Sorry, my brush is in my mouth. I've left the second layer as well. So I'm gonna do it like this. Do I have another tiny bit that I can use? Maybe. And I'm also leaving the second layer under. So it will be less transparent, but it doesn't mean that it's not nice. Because sometimes I want things to be faded, and sometimes I don't. And there's no way of me saying, you know, in advance, I want this, I want that. It depends on what I'm going to put on my page, on my ephemera. And as I never plan, as you must have seen, you know, it's instinct rather than anything else. Well, instinct, yeah. Let's put it that way. Inspiration. Okay. You're done. This paper, this napkin, I'm going to do one without the double layer, so that you can see the difference. So when you leave the two layers, it is harder to get the bubbles out. But it doesn't mean it's impossible. It's just a bit more work. Is today the 1st of May? I can't even remember. I think. I'm not sure. Must be. Or 30th of April. I don't know. All I know is that we're Thursday. bubbles. So I just put more weight on them with more glue. Okay. Don't know why I'm whispering. I think we're about done. Okay, so I'm going to put this to dry and I'm going to do the other ones off camera. Some of them are dry, some of them are not. So I am just going to go ahead and cut them. So you can obviously take the easy way, just with the normal pair of scissors. And there you have a piece of paper with a lovely background and a lovely napkin, which you can use. And this is, to me, the preferred course of action. I love the way it feels. Obviously, at the back it's just paper, but here it's, yeah, it's and because of the creases of the glue, it has a different feeling. So, what else do we have that would be dry? Let me see. You're dry. So, this one was the same. We just put some book page at the back. You can also just rip the piece of napkin that has no glue without ripping the rest, if you can. Apparently I cannot, so just be careful. And that way you'll have a more rough ending on your edges, like this. This one has glue. I cannot take it out. This one has no glue. So the way you do it is your choice. And then obviously you can cut the edges with decorative scissors, which I'm about to do in a second, once I have finished tearing off this bit. And here I have the piece that I really wanted, which are the two birds. So this is another one. What else do we have here? This one is dry, this one is not. So I'm just going to peel it off my baking paper. This one had glue behind. There's still a part that needs drying. So I'm just going to put it on the side and let it finish to dry. Same with this one. Who else do we have here? Not quite dry. Not quite dry. So while the rest of them do dry, actually this one is. Let me grab a pair. As I mentioned, you can also use decorative scissors. Okay. So I'm just showing you the way that I like to use them. And we're going to build some pieces of ephemera. But you can also apply directly the napkin on your ephemera with the same technique that we've used. I don't like it, so I'm not going to do it. Okay, just checking how the rest of them are. And what can we do with these? Well, let me grab a page of journal. Do I have a page here? I should. But I'm not. I prepared pages here, I know. So, here I have my background. I prepared it yesterday. So all my pages are covered. And what I would do, I would take it the right way. So I would make it to the size I want it. I am going to make the middle is not completely dry, but that's okay. This is the part where I start cutting to make it straight and do never get it straight. So this is what it looks like, and what I can now do is use it as a pocket. So I will just take my glue. If the glue is happy to work with us today. Still not. Just trying to see which way I want it. So that is the bottom. And so I'm going to place it where I want it to be, which is there. And I've made a pocket, which I can now decorate if I want to. I could put anything on it, really. Here I have a little piece of resin, which I can use. So I did check, and we are the 1st of May. And it's weird because for the last couple of days, the temperature here has been crazy, over 25 degrees Celsius. So it's really warm. And it shouldn't be. We're 10 degrees above the normal temperatures for this season. So what else can I put on this pocket? Let me see, what do I have around here? I have a little star, which I'm going to add. A star flower. Okay, and maybe I could put some sort of a label. Let me see. Or not. Don't know. Let's see. This is a sticker. I don't know how well it will glue on my napkin. If need be, I'll just add some more glue. Okay. So there you are. You've made a pocket. Let me find other things that we can use. Here I've taken some pieces of ephemera that I need to decorate. Really different ones up. Just going to select a couple. No. Okay, all of these can be decorated. So let's take it like this. So I have leftovers from the piece I've just used to make my pocket. So I could use these to make a pocket on my tag, or just to add some decorative edge. I'm going to make a little pocket because I love little pockets. Okay. If you do them on paper like I've done, careful, because they will glue really, really quickly where you want to put them. So you don't have much time to play with them. Let me see. What do I have here? I have this negative, which I'm going to cut. I'm going to add it on my page, which is a tag, Sophie, not a page, like this. Okay. I'm going to add a couple of washers. Oh no, you go place. Aha! Exactly what I didn't want to do. Second one. Go play somewhere else, please. 2. Okay, it wants to glue on my finger. So if you do use washers, you're bound to have glue on your fingers. No real other way to do that. They're going to be quiet for 30 seconds. There we are. And we're going to let it dry. Then maybe I could add something here. Let me see. Do I have a label of some sort? No, I don't. I would like something to put here. There, I have a big stamp, which I'm going to age using my ink. There you go. Okay, what else do I have? Ooh, boo -boo. I would like something that is not a stamp, a postal stamp. Don't know if I'm gonna go with this. I don't know. This is a sticker, obviously. Not one that I ever thought I would be using. And I something to go on it. What am I doing? Weird stuff. Today is a weird stuff day. Okay. Let's just go with the flow. And there we got ourselves a tag with a pocket. Here we have a bigger piece. Still not big enough for this. Am I going to be able to get this one off? Yes, I am. But just in pieces. Don't know why. Okay. This I can use as a background on my writing card. And I'm just going to tear it. Because that's the finish I want. See? What am I going to use? Am I going to use a glue stick? I'm going to try. Or not, because it's ripping. There shouldn't be big issues to use my glue stick, but where it's too thin, it is not happy. There we go. And I can even add my little piece. So here I have a lovely background, just picking things that are around my desk. I think today is going to be a weird day for me. I'm already starting not feeling well. God knows why. Except that I'm not happy with the heat. I don't like when it's warm, and neither does my body. I've never enjoyed when it was too hot. Unless I was in Nakano by the sea or by the lake, because there's always wind. As long as there's wind, I'm good. Thought it was a dog, but no, it was my daughter. It's really weird. I was feeling okay when I woke up, and when I started the video, then I had to wait to get everything dry. And now I'm not okay. But hey, that's life. Can I put another label down there? Am I completely out of frame? No. Almost, but no. So this one we can play with the transparency of the background of our napkin. Cute. Cute, cute, cute. So that's 2. Just trying to see if I have another one. Dry. Oh, these ones are dry. So let me use this one. Almost dry. It depends where. Well, I'm just going to cut a piece out. I'm just removing the parts that are not glued. You could decide to make a pocket out of this, but on the whole page. But I don't have a page for that. Ooh, no. How am I going to show you? I'm not going to glue it. But you could make a whole pocket. You could actually put brads in to hold it. 2 here, and 1, you know, as many as you want actually. So you could do that. You could also glue it with boo-boo tape. You could glue it if you wanted to. And I think that would be lovely as well. The other thing which I've been wanting to do, and let me get my tap punch. Well, this one is dry on this side. Let's put it in. There you go. You have a lovely tab. That looks really, really nice. I really like that. You could decide to put a piece, you know, you can rip a piece like this and use it on the edge of a page, or use it in a collage. You can use it like any other bit of paper, actually. So this looks quite nice. Here I've left the first, or not, no, this is just the first layer of the napkin. Here we have no background. Here we have only 1 layer. Want to show you on this one I've left 2 layers, and so you can see the flowers much more, whereas here you only have 1 layer. It's not dried completely, and you see it's really, really see-through in comparison to that one. So up to you which one you like. There's no better or worse, it's just a matter of taste. I'm going to get this piece out because I don't need it. You can store them as you would store any other kind of paper. So one on top of the other once they are dry, obviously. What else can I show you? What did I do differently? Well, this one is still not dry, but that's the landscape. So I could fussy cut out the building. I can fussy cut out around the forest. I can use just that piece. I could cut these sans souci written parts and use it on my journal. So there's really no limits to what you can do. It's like just any other sort of paper that you could do. These ones only have 1 layer as well. You see they're not dried. Depending on the type of glue you use and how much you've put on, it can take 15 minutes to dry up to an hour. So it's really up to you, according to your needs and how quick you need the things. That's the way to do it. Let me just grab. Woo! Do not go away. There. Maybe I could cut out my little birds. Let's see if I can fussy cut them out. And here I can also fussy cut out all the flowers. Normally I would just cut the pieces that annoy me, but because I want to use them as well, I'm just going to go around to free my birds. So that I can fussy cut them out easily. So this is a really, really easy thing to do. It is cheap as well, especially if you put water in your glue, because basic PVA glue is enough to do that. And it's not the most expensive form of glue. I was going to use the flower, but I'm not. My scissors have decided otherwise. So there we go. One bird almost done. And there you go. Now you have just a beautiful piece of ephemera that you can use anywhere you want. I can hear you, cat. Oh, Chacha, tu vas faire des bêtises. She's going to make everything fall. Bad cat, naughty cat. So my page is not, well, yeah, it is big enough. And now you have a beautiful a piece of ephemera that you can use. And you can fussy cut out more flowers. You can put them everywhere. I think there's no limit to what you can do with it. So store it flat if you can, because then it's easier to use. This and this, and the other ones are still not dry. Who's dry? You're dry? Yes, you are dry. Almost. So I'm just going to use a different decorative scissors. Just cutting where the glue is more or less dry. It's not working, obviously. Not as I wanted to. But this is just to show you what different things you can do. So here you have edges that look rough, which I'm a big fan of. And I think that's all I can show you, because the other pieces are still not dry. And I just think they look gorgeous. I don't know about you, but I like it. And it's funny enough, sometimes I do make a batch and then it says hidden and I never use it. And there's no reason, because it's a cheap material. I think the way it looks is absolutely stunning. Look at this one. I mean, come on. If you do botanical journal or whatever. I told you everything would fall down. And she's in pursuit. There's a big cardboard box that she wants to get into. So this is, yeah, a really great material. And I would strongly recommend that you use it. If you have friends who do journal as well, you know, just buy each a pack and share, exchange, and you will have gorgeous paper. You could use them even as a page in a signature. If you glue a piece tall enough, then you will have a piece of paper for your signature, and you could glue it on a coffee dyed piece of paper instead of a book page. So you could have a writing spot, maybe not. Well, you would need to flatten them very well. See if you can glue paper behind or not. What are you doing, little cat? You're stuck. And yes, I think you should do it. Okay, so let me clear up my desk and let's look at what we've made. When I'm saying, you know, clear my desk, it's just pushing everything away. So this is what I've done. When I was pushing everything away, I remembered what I used to do as well with these was to make page edges, and they looked quite nice. So today we made sort of faux leather napkins things. So we've used book page to glue our napkins on. We've kept either one layer or two layers of the paper. Here is one layer. Here are two layers. This is one layer. So they look quite good. Then what we've done, what we've created, we've made a tab. And that really looks nice once you've, I think, inked it a little bit. And you can ink the back if you don't want it to show too much. So here you have a little tab. We fussy cut out ephemera. We've made a writing card with a napkin as a background. We've made a tag with a pocket. And we've made a page with a pocket. And as I told you, you know, and I don't have a long piece, we can try with this one, but it's not long enough. Scissors. Not these scissors. These scissors. because that's what I would do. I would do this. You could also make belly bands. You could make page edges. Like this one is obviously too small, but you ink it a little bit and you just, you know, do a page edge. You can make a tuck spot. You can make a belly band this way. You could make it the other way around. Just make it a bit larger. I mean, the possibilities are endless. It's paper. You can do whatever you want with it. I like it mostly like this on a book page because it's sturdy. But if you want it as a background, then definitely I would recommend you just to put it on the inside of a plastic bag or a baking sheet of paper, as I've done. And once you've done that, well, you'll be good to go. So I hope you've enjoyed this shorter video. I've done my best. And well, I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.